Okay, great. So guys, we are basically at the end of our day. And from that deep dive, there were a number of takeaways, that we could see. So a couple are the importance and power of strong policies that have been informed by multiple stakeholders, including those whom the policy aims to benefit, and the power of advocacy, youth, and wider civil society networks in holding policymakers accountable through the policy process, ensuring that policymakers and other key actors are transparent about their policymaking activities, as well as ensuring that the industry, which is profit-driven, is not involved heavily in healthy policymaking spaces, right? So in summary from today, we learned about the issue, healthy food policy as a solution, and when as advocates, it is best for us to intervene in the policy process, and how a rights-based advocacy approach is critical in our arguments for better health. Right, Christina, you want to add anything to that?
I think the wrap up that you just gave was comprehensive, but in the same breath, I think this session has really made me feel even more energized as an advocate for education and health, because even just now with the deep dive with Danielle, when she showed the snakes and ladders, the process it took to get that policy implemented, and even though it wasn't exactly what the advocates wanted, it still was a big win. And so a lot of times the young advocates, we get disappointed that what exactly we want, it isn't implemented. I mean, for example, advocates in Jamaica have been championing the school nutrition policy for a long time. And now we have a draft from the ministry. It's going through consultations. I'm sure there are going to be areas highlighted that would want to be better. But it's a process, and I really want us to take heart as advocates in Jamaica and right across the Caribbean, everywhere that you're from. I know you guys had mentioned earlier different countries that you're from, to just take heart in the process, because I think if we all work together as youth advocates, but also with the different stakeholders, civil society, health professionals, the lawyers, there are quite a few that were here today, that I think together we can achieve a lot. So I'm inviting you all to attend our second workshop, which tentatively will be held next week, Saturday, that's October 1st, 2022. It will be tentatively held October 1st. You will see more information on that. We'd really love to see you there. At that workshop, we'll be talking about the role of youth in this fight for healthier environments in the Caribbean, as well as the different tools you may utilize in your advocacy, and how young people from around the region have been advocating for healthier environments. I'm also inviting you right now to just put in the chat one takeaway that you had from today. Or you may also add what you think was your best session, which panel was your best session, or which video. One takeaway and one takeaway and your best session right now in the chat. It's hard for me to choose. All the sessions I think were really great. So it's really hard for me to choose. Right, Rosanna, do you have any best session, or do you think all of them were just like exceptional?
All of them were actually, very engaging, very interacting, enlightening, etc. So they were all, and I'm hoping that, and I especially like how we integrated, a lot of catchy ways or attention grabbers, right, to ensure that the audience or participants, can grasp the basic messages that we want. And at the same time, in the same breath, I just want to use the opportunity to thank our team, the committee that put together this workshop, right? And as well as yourself, Christina,
for the team, of course.
And we also want to thank Christina. I want to thank you as well for bringing your infectious energy to be the co-moderator of this workshop. We really appreciate it. And also to our panelists and speakers for the insight, opening our eyes, and mind to the wealth of knowledge and ways that us as youth can actually join in the good fight. And last but not least, you know, to our participants who joined with us, who took the time out of their busy schedule, the busy Saturday. I know after a 5-day work week, and then the one day you have to conduct certain businesses, etc. And then for us in Jamaica, you know, we're expected to be impacted by adverse weather conditions. That, you know, you took the time out to be here to hear what we're saying, engage and interact with us. So thank you so much for joining. Right. And I see, okay, so we go to the chat to see what persons are sharing.
Yes, and while you're doing that, Rosanna, I just want to invite all attendees to check out the QR codes to access their pre-pack with resources from today, as well as a feedback survey that will help the team plan similar events in the future. So please check out the QR code, scan it, go on it so you can see your prep pack, because a lot of you would have asked earlier in the chat about how you could access that guidance document that Kimberly mentioned in her presentation. So if you want to access that document as well as other resources, please go and check out the QR code and you'll be able to access your prep pack. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Christina Williams. It was my absolute pleasure to be here on day 1 of our workshop. Just want to invite you to look out for an update on whether we'll have our workshop on October 1st next week. Hopefully it will be held, and hopefully you'll all be there in attendance, same time, same place. I'm excited to see you. I hope you're as well. And we're looking forward to continue the good work as we champion healthier environments around the region. Thank you.
Right. And guys, before you go, right there, as you see on screen, the Jamaica Youth Advocacy Network, in collaboration with, you know, UNICEF Jamaica, they are doing You Report Jamaica to, you know, they want to find out from us as Jamaican youth, through, you know, on your thoughts on the tabled or the drafted National School Nutrition Policy. So there's a WhatsApp number on screen. You just text the word poll to it and, you know, participate, just share your thoughts, share your ideas, any concerns you might have. And, you know, this is all, just remember, this is actually going to benefit us as youth and the future generations to come. And I mean, the wider population on a whole. So be sure to participate. Thank you and bye.